Good morning, everybody. I've had a lot of requests to do the Outbound SIP trunk video. Most importantly, I said I would do it. That was like a long time ago, and I never got around to doing it. So, after a lot of private messages, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't have much configured, so this is definitely going to be, off the top like a freestyle. I used to be pretty good when I was a kid. I'm in my 30s now, probably a little rusty, but let's see if that goes well with doing it in the Cisco voice world. So as you can see, I got a call manager 9 loaded. There's no really a big need to go to 10.5. There's nothing in here that I'm going to do that requires some of the features out of 10.5. So first things first, let's see what we have. Then we have a SIP trunk in Austin. Obviously, I'm going to use my DC gateway. I won't use the Austin gateway. Let's check out some phones. This is the phone I have right next to me. I just have it auto registered. CTI route points, those are for some contact center projects I'm working. And let's take a look at the dial plan. Once it start from the bottom up, route group Washington DC has nothing in there. So that's where we're going to place our SIP trunk at. And I did have a standard local route group already kind of configured for Washington DC. So just one set of patterns that we're going to use for the entire US. So US PSTN partition. I need to actually fix this over here, but that'll go later. This still should work today, but I actually need to make some changes. And most importantly, when you're using the local route group feature, let's make sure that our DC device pool, has a local route group checked off. A lot of people get themselves in trouble by forgetting to do this, and then they don't notice any traffic. So first things first, let's place a call from Washington DC and let's see what happens. Debug, see set messages. Come on. Okay, fast busy like expected. So you have a fast busy, we can't dial out, we're not even getting SIP traffic to the gateway. So first things first, let's get the traffic to the gateway and then we'll work from there. So let's add a SIP trunk. Next. Washington DC SIP trunk. And this would be just like the video that I did before, the SIP trunk inbound and outbound. Kind of doesn't matter. There's some situations where it could matter. We'll try to get to those later, but as you all know, I like to move fast. DC SIP trunk device pool would be DC. Media, we don't need any media location. DC. IP address. I like to use the loopback. Copy that in. SIP trunk security profile and SIP profile. These can definitely vary depending on the provider that you're using, and they will want you to actually do some other features that they may have. So you may have to make your own trunk security profile and your own SIP profile. So work with your carrier, kind of get those figured out when you're doing them. So I got the trunk made, so let's reset the trunk. Okay, now I got the trunk made, so let's add that trunk to the route group. Washington DC, Washington DC, spelled that kind of weird, but anyway, let's add that trunk, hit save. Alright, let's bring back up our gateway to see what happens. Is it redial? Nothing happened. Let's the trunk here. Let's reset the trunk. Alright, there's some traffic. So let's take a look at what happened there. ISDN channel available. It's not important to us right now. So we got SIP traffic going down to the gateway. So that's half the battle. We know we can get the first leg of the SIP call hitting the SIP trunk. Now we need an outbound leg to get to the PSTN or the ITSP in this case. So let's check out our dial pairs. And let's see what happens if I route that call down there. So we see it goes, and we have some stuff. We still get our fast busy, so let's see what happens. Call comes in, hits the gateway. That's my caller ID, which sometimes we want to fix, but today we're not. That's the number I'm dialing. That is my dial pair that it hit 0, which is literally, well, it's nothing. And then our outbound dial pair 929. So I had an inbound and an outbound. Why it didn't work? So we always know we don't like to use dial pair 0. Dial pair 929. I don't know what that is. I have a lot of junk on here, so let's see. Dial pair voice summary. 929 is a POTS dial pair that is up. That is supposed to go out of a PR high. So obviously we know we don't want that. We're going to add 2 VoIP dial pairs to match the inbound and outbound. We're going to kind of cheat on this, but when you're first learning how to do your SIP trunks, you should make them as simple as possible and then learn how to expand on them. So the first things first is let's take a look at our SIP configuration. Voice service VoIP, and then we have the SIP down here. So some things I didn't do, well, that were already set. I don't want to say I didn't do, they were already set probably from previous things I was doing, is that I usually bind to the loopback, and you can get more specific depending on your configuration, where sometimes you have to bind on the inbound dial pair and then you have to bind on the outbound dial pair, and you can bind that media and that control on the inbound and outbound to different ports so that your calls will work correctly, because you can get into a situation where you have your traffic coming in on your SIP trunk on one IP address, and then it goes to the call manager on another IP address, and call manager is only going to accept the SIP traffic from the IP address that you specify right here. So if this is a different IP, call manager will not accept that call. Gets a lot of folks in trouble. The trust list in 15.1, 15.1.2, I think, or 15.1 and 4, I don't know, somewhere around 15.1-ish, they introduced the trust list, and the trust list allowed you to specify what IP addresses that you would have the traffic coming from. Right now I have this set to 0, which is usually what I do when I'm turning up a site, and as I get the site turned up, I secure it back to what the IP addresses should be. So now one thing that I'm missing is I'm missing the command mode border element, which will get you in trouble possibly in a CCIE voice lab from what I've been told. So and so oops, all right, here we go. I got my mouse back. So drop that down, and crap, I can't remember where to put that command at. I'm not even going to deal with that right now, but usually you want to put mode border element under the voice service VoIP. I don't remember where I know it's under voice service VoIP, I just can't remember what else you do with that. Anyway, nonetheless, it won't be important for what we're doing today. I need to add a inbound dial pair and an outbound dial pair. So with SIP trunks, unlike a POTS dial pair, we really don't have the 4 digits command. So in my outbound dial pair to the PSTN, that 9 is still going to be there if we have a 9 in our dial plan. We could strip that 9 in call manager, but then when we get to our SRST situations, people are going to be used to dialing that 9. So you can have another dial pair in there with the 9 and then strip it that way. But that's like kind of double the work with no gain. So what we want to do is we want to add that first. So I'm going to add a voice translation rule. 50 rule 1 is going to be, oops, rule 1, set 1 is going to be, if it begins with the 9. It's any and everything that comes in with the 9. And then set 1 of that. Alright. I'm not gonna go. I always say I'm not gonna go over voice translation rules. I gotta keep the time. I'm already at over 10 minutes, so I gotta kind of move fast. So I have the translation rule done, and then I'm gonna go voice translation profile, outbound, and then I'm gonna translate what I'm doing, the calling or the call number. I'm doing the call number. And let's do it 50. Alright, so now I do want to get my dial pairs done. So first order of business is that inbound dial pair that comes from call manager to our cube device. So voice, so dial pair, I don't even know what's open. Give me a second. Alright, 500. VoIP, session protocol, the SIP. Mouse froze on me again. SIP v2. And I'm just going to do an incoming call number. I'm going to do a 9, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. And we'll grab anything with 10 digits. So now, let's give that a test. So show debugging. Still got that on. Let's see if I match against dial pair 500. So call comes in, matched against dial pair 500. Call comes in, matches dial pair 500. That's what we want. Matches dial pair 99. That's what we don't want. So now all we have to do is add a dial pair 500. So let's. I already have my dial pair 500. I need to outbound to do 501. Peer voice 501 VoIP. And we're going to do destination pattern 91239 close dot dot, and we're going to hit another 239 close, and 1 2 3 4 5. So we're just counting if you don't know already. We're doing it 1 2 3 4 5, and this is 6 7 8 9 10 11. Bam. Pretty simple, right? And session protocol SIP v2, and here's my PSTN. What is your IP address? Alright, I want to shut down. This is IP address, session target IP v4. Alright, so let's dial. Let's see what happens. Alright, that sounds better. Alright, hit dial 1, but ooh, we sent that 9, so obviously the PSTN doesn't like that, but this guy should get a call now. And he does. He says he can't find it because he doesn't take calls with a 9. So now let's get that off of there. So we want to translation profile outgoing, and we want it to be outbound. Bam. See if we get some ringing. Bam, we got ringing. Let's make sure we get good audio. Let's answer that call. And let's hear some noise. We hear feedback. Alright, we got audio going both ways. Um, so that's what we're after. We wanted the audio to go both ways. And that's kind of pretty much it. So outbound SIP trunks are not going to be too much different from inbound. I mean, you still have to do your dial pairs. You still have to think about SRST. You still have to think about where you're going to strip the 9. There are a gazillion features with SIP that you have to take into consideration. There's faxing that can be affected when you have MTPs inserted. There are video issues. There's trans rating, there's transcoding, there's several different things you can run into depending on how you're set up that you have to pay attention to. Usually your carrier will kind of give you an idea of how they want you to configure a SIP trunk. If they don't know what they want, if they don't know how to tell you how you should send SIP messages, you should probably be looking for another carrier. That's probably the best advice I can give to you. In the future, I have quite a few things coming. I have a lot of things coming in the future. So some things I've slowly been working on. I've been working on some SIP projects with some other vendors. Like I said, I got a PBX and a flash box right there that's in the background. I have some asterisk things with SIP and NAT that I've been working on. And I have some contact center express things that I've been working on that I've been trying to slowly learn, put into production at a customer, and then take lessons learned and make videos for them. So I'll continue to stay tuned. I'll continue to keep making videos as quickly as I can. I do have a 6-month-old daughter, so getting videos out is challenging, but I will do my best to continue making these. And I like to thank everyone for the continued support, and even the PM saying, "Hey, make a video, make a video, make a video." So thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon.